YouTube, we gotta talk about this right here. This is the Apple Watch Ultra. And let me tell you this, I did not expect this. What I'm about to tell you in this video, this is days later of my experience with this smartwatch. I am your smartwatch guru, CJ Unplugged. Let's get into the video. Now, let's be real. Some people are off-put by the price point of this watch. Understood. It's pricey. Some people are very excited about the advertised battery life. The advertised battery life of this here Apple Watch is unlike no Apple Watch we've ever had before. And then everyone has mixed opinions and emotions about the look and design of this watch. Now, as you can see, I've put this watch on a Apple, what is this, 45mm leather link, and I love it. Now, the Ultra technically takes 49mm bands, but the 45mm band works just fine. And even if you look, let me see if I get the focus in right here. Even if you look at this point of connection, it's not that bad. Okay, so let's dissect this thing, because honestly, I didn't expect to make a video this soon, but I had to, because my everyday experience, I felt like I just wanted to share with you guys how my first couple days with this Apple Watch has gone. Now, let's start here, the design. At first, I'm gonna be honest, before I got this watch and when I saw it in the keynote, I was looking at the design, I was like, I don't know, Tim Apple. I don't know, player. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it. It looked very more all-terrain focused. But even with that in mind, I kept an open mindset. You know, I really like this action button and so forth right here that they had. The fact that they're talking about a louder speaker. A lot of design elements about this stood out. You know, this side I was kind of leery about at first. But let me tell you this. The design of this Apple Watch is nice. And I'm seeing it in the comment section over and over. A lot of people having the same realization, like, wow, I didn't know what to feel, but seeing it more and more on people's wrists and in like real life everyday usage, a lot of people are opening up and warming up to, and also realizing that this smartwatch actually looks really good. So from a design standpoint, man, Apple did their thing. I gotta give it to Tim Apple over there. I see you, Tim. Display. You guys, the display on this smartwatch is absolutely phenomenal, and I'm not capping. I'm not putting any additive. The sizing of this display, the clarity of this display, just the visual everyday usage on this display is welcome. And there's something you gotta note. Unlike the other displays, which have roll-offs to them, because a lot of people are gonna compare the sizing to like the other Apple Watches. But what you need to understand about this display is it's flat. It's no different than your smartwatch. And that's a beautiful thing. The fact that you literally have a smartwatch-like display on your watch, or Apple Watch, shall we say, coming from the previous Apple Watches, which had that roll-off display, it just does something to it. And the experience in using this display to interact with notifications, like when I get like doorbell notifications and I look, having that nice big photo, snapshot, or video or whatever on this watch, love it. Phenomenal. Text messaging, reading them, the clarity, the display, the sizing, love it. I'll say this display absolutely wowed me. It floored me. Like, I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, every time I go to lift this thing and I look at it and I got like a notification. Hold on, no, chill out, Siri. Let me click on this. See, look at this Instagram post. Look at this. Look at this sizing right here. This is fire. This is, man, oh man. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, it looks like a little small smartphone on your wrist. And that's essentially what it is, in the most convenient way. Now, continuing on the realm of design of this watch, the speaker. Now, I've taken a few phone calls on this thing, and let me tell you, I love it. I mean, I love the previous Apple Watch speakers and taking phone calls. Apple Watch has always had a great phone call experience, and this one continues that legacy. The speaker on here is really nice. Look at that. Wait, hold up. Look at this watch face. This is a watch face right here. I've been playing with this a lot. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna cap. I've been doing this a lot. Playing with the compass on here though. Okay, another thing I wanted to point out design-wise that I mentioned last video, but after using, I changed my mind on, and that's the crown. Using this crown to scroll things, this is smooth as butter. In the previous video, my first thought was like, oh, it didn't feel as responsive. That's until I started using it and just realized how smooth as butter this rotating crown is. I really like it. Now, I'm kind of curious with the way that they design this all tight in. Like, I wonder if things could get down in between this. That's something I'm kind of curious about, but I'm sure Apple has tested this thing. So yeah, that digital crown is smooth as ever. And as you can see, you can change the lighting on here. Booyah. Love it. Now, mind you, my total perspective on Apple Watch Ultra is as an everyday, just normal smartwatch user. There are a lot of users out there who just want this watch specifically for like the battery life, the larger display, and let's just be honest, the look and design of it. So that's really my perspective on this watch. And that is exactly why I will definitely be comparing it with this Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, because this is an everyday watch. You know, they're kind of in that similar genre and arena. Let's talk about the next subject, which is battery life. Now, the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, let me pull this out again. As I said before, in the normal everyday user smartwatch world of Apple and Samsung, this is the GOAT right here. You know what I mean? This is the 3-day battery, without a doubt. Some people are getting more, 4 and 5 days, but me, always on display and so forth, the 3-day battery. As far as the Apple Watch Ultra goes when it comes to battery, I won't go too deep yet because I still need to, I want to do a couple cycles. So in my 1-week review, so hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell, because that's the only way you're going to be notified and know and not miss the video, especially when I want to talk about battery. But I'll give you this right here. And this is all I'm going to give you in this video. I am literally, 7 minutes or so away from hitting the 48-hour mark. And I have 28% left on my battery. I have the always on display on. That's how I use my devices. I'm more heavy on the battery. Been touching it and using it a lot because obviously I'm in that honeymoon as well as review phase. So I'm putting a lot of use on this smartwatch. A lot more than I've put on my general, Apple Watches that I use. So, it's just me getting to know it, setting up different complications, playing with the watch faces and things like that. So heavy usage. So that's what I can say to battery so far. I'll give you guys a more like official battery report after I let it cycle a couple times. Like I'm gonna drain this, I'm gonna charge it up again, and I'm gonna run it to the ground again. And then by that time will be the next review video for you guys. I wanna say this too. There's a lot of content creators that just rush out there in the tech space, a lot of them big ones too, that'll rush and just put a video out. Like literally, I saw a Versus video out on the first day someone got the watch. How can you compare a watch that you haven't even used to another watch that you have used? This is why I say I'm the smartwatch guru, and I keep it all about the consumer perspective, user experience. That's my number one thing that I focus on. So before I jump into my user experience section of this video, a couple days later, I want to talk about price. Now, a lot of people are off put by the price point. It's coming in at a hefty price. Mind you, I have this, the Apple Watch stainless steel big boy. I spent close to literally almost the price of an Apple Watch Ultra getting this, and I don't have half of the feature set that comes with this. So for me, the price point and that price pill is a lot easier to swallow, especially considering what I'm getting in comparison, which is so much more than this. This is more like flash, glitz and glamour, but this is like functionality. Still got the swag, a little bit of glitz, but more so just about functionality for not that much more. So that's my take and my personal conversation to price point. Yes, it's expensive. I'm not even gonna like turn the head to it. It is a pricey, expensive, in some ways, luxury smartwatch item. So I would never persuade you to hurt your budget or reach outside of your budget just to get this device. You know what I mean? Stick to where you land. But for those who can spend for it, I can say a couple days in, I don't know. I'll save that for the 1-week review, how I feel truthfully about the price point and how I feel about it possibly being worth it. Possibly. Now, let's talk the number one most important thing, user experience. And that's literally the main reason I'm making this video right now about this watch, my user experience over these last couple of days. You guys, I can tell you now, my user experience on this Apple Watch Ultra has been quite pleasant. If you can't tell by my attitude in this video, raw emotion, 100,000% how I honestly feel. I really like this. The display, I know everyone teasing me about the way I say display. Listen here, man. I'm from the West Coast, but my folks from New Orleans, Baton Rouge, you feel me? So I grew up with Southern speaking folks in the West Coast. Let me live. Now, this display is, how can I say it? It's like the star of the show. I don't know if it's the fact that it's flat, the sizing, the resolution, and the nits. You guys, this display out in direct sunlight is ideal. All right, gang, as you can see, I am outside in direct sunlight, if you can't tell from the shadow. So we're gonna pull this out, and I'm gonna do my best to capture how well this display does in direct sunlight. It is unfazed. Like, when this thing brightens up, I can see it as clear as day. I'm not sure if it is translating on camera, and I hope it is, because honestly, yo, one of, if not the best displays I've ever used on a smartwatch. And then this is direct sunlight, but not like hitting it in the face. And it looks so good. Wow, shout out to Apple for creating such a nice design as far as the Apple Watch Ultra and actually delivering an ultra user experience. It is so nice to use and so nice and pleasurable and just outright a great viewer experience. So my notifications look better than they've ever have. I sound crazy right now. I sound like super amped up, but share my excitement with me. My watch faces look better than they've ever have. My screen real estate is better than it's ever been. I love the display. Let's just put it that way. Now, build quality. My user experience with the build of this, listen, it's a big watch, right? And yes, it wears on the slightly bigger side, but it is light, you guys. This is titanium, sapphire glass. This is like premium material and an ideal just feel and wearability for your wrist. The combination of all of those things make for a very nice and pleasant wear. So me wearing this watch over these last couple of days, yes, it wears big, and yes, you know it's on your wrist. I gotta keep it a buck. It's in no way nothing that I dread. It's in no way an inconvenience for me personally. I like it. The battery life so far, let me just say this. The Series 8 has really good battery life. So in me testing my Series 8, I got the finally test battery life that I've never had on an Apple Watch before. And seeing where I am now and where I will probably and possibly be tomorrow, this is definitely me experiencing again Apple Watch battery that I've never experienced on an Apple Watch before. My couple days have been great. If you can't tell by my attitude, has been actually quite pleasurable to me. I like this thing. I'm not even gonna cap, yo. In the words of my boy Floss, this is the hotness, yo. I haven't watched Floss' video or anything, but I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I would assume that he gave this the hotness, man, because, yo, this Apple Watch is fire. Add this leather link band, whoo-hoo, and you got everything that you could have ever wanted and needed in a smartwatch. Hey, no cap though. Wait for the 1 week review. I'll get more, into this joint and all that stuff. I just wanted to share my experience over these last couple of days, and it's actually been good. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell. Yo, if you don't turn on the bell after you hit subscribe, it's not the same. And you might miss these up-to-date, brutally honest tech reviews. Peace.